This week I'm getting inspired by an edgy dining room.
Yeah, we could seat about 14 people here.
Oh, just an intimate gathering.
But when the shopping starts, I realize finding a table for 14 isn't easy.
You don't mind if I sit on your lap, do you?
Not at all.
And I'm gonna need some help to pull it all together.
This room is edgy. Barroco.
And when I'm done, I'll have this dining room's designer look for much, much less.
No one needs to know.
Nope.
It all starts with inspiration.
It's the play against the smooth and the rough.
Then the hunt to find the look.
Oh, let's shop. This is a chandelier.
Oh, that's the same table. And finally, the decision from our designer. Did I bring it home?
Brought to you in partnership with Chicago Home and Garden Magazine.
Hi, I'm Lara Prince. I've been an interior designer for 12 years. I love doing dining rooms and living rooms because you can really create that mood that people sort of don't expect. Even if my client is very traditional, I like to push the envelope. I definitely like to add a little edginess into everything I do. I am inspired by rock and roll, actually. I love it. Dining rooms tend to be very formal, and a lot of people generally don't use their dining room. The challenge is always to try to make it more intimate and comfortable, not just for adults, but for kids too.
Today's inspiration, this large, edgy dining room in Highland Park.
Hey, Rochelle.
Hi.
Hey, you meet my little friend there.
You have lots of little animal friends on the table,
Yes, I
but they're
do.
disguised as cups.
They are. I think we had a lot of fun here.
I'm gonna try to have some fun of my own, so I need you to walk me through this room, tell me what you've got going on in here, because I'm gonna go out and try and look for similar items for less money.
You need to start with your table and chairs.
Okay. You have big dinner parties, I take it?
Yeah, we could seat about 14 people here.
Oh, just an intimate gathering.
Yeah,
I don't know that I have 14 people I could invite to a dinner party.
Well, this room sort of lent itself to a round table, so we just decided to maximize the space. This table is made from ash and it's charred, so it's actually...
Oh, this isn't like stained?
It is not stained. It's blackened through and through. They created this surface that is entirely indestructible, so it's key when you've got kids.
Yeah.
You want a beautiful table, but you want it to be practical.
So just beat it up first.
Beat it up,
And then you'll
take
never
it to
know.
beating already. And this way you don't have to put a tablecloth on. You can have a lot of fun with your table settings and add in a lot of color.
I don't know where you would find a tablecloth this big anyway.
No, don't think so.
So this was a custom table.
Custom table, yes.
Okay.
These are not antique chairs, these are reproductions, and it's upholstered in a velvet. It's just a synthetic velvet. That way it's easy to clean.
Oh.
Very practical. Yeah.
Oh, so it looks a lot more glamorous
Yes,
than it actually is.
absolutely. I think another important element in a dining room is lighting. That creates the mood, it creates the setting.
And so your light here, first of all, is large because it's hanging over this enormous table.
It's made with strips of horn. I don't know if you can see that.
Wow.
But
I'm
they're
not
fun,
nearly tall enough to
and you
reach
can
it.
play with it, yeah. And it's surrounded by a horsehair shade. I like the chains that it's suspended by because it kind of adds a little bit of a rock and roll industrial look to it.
Cool. So there's actually a lot of nature going on in this room.
You're 100% right. There's
Natural
so
elements
many,
in here.
Absolutely, there's so many elements from nature. It's less sterile feeling.
Yeah, even the centerpiece here.
Right. I decided to fill it during the day with these succulents, but at night I take them off and I put in tea lights.
Little votives.
And we light them up.
Tell me about this wallpaper.
I loved the thistles with this fabulous purple that just pops.
Yeah.
And I think when you have a paper like this, you don't really need anything else on the walls. It just does the whole thing. It just creates the setting. You don't have to have any artwork, and it totally transforms the space.
The wallpaper is the art.
Absolutely. The last thing you need to think about is storage. You need places to put your serving pieces or your accessories, and then you need some surface to serve on. So this is a piece that was a found piece. It's a one of a kind. We've got some traditional furniture. We've got some rock and roll pieces. Now it was time to add a little bit of an ethnic touch to the room. So this piece is a great piece just for serving. It's made from a stone that's actually just painted over. But again, element of nature, adds a little bit of a contrast, something unexpected.
There is so much for me to think about when I'm shopping for this room, but I'm going to do my best and try to get the
You're
look.
gonna have fun.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be really hard though.
Good luck.
I just have to keep the rock and roll mentality in mind, I think.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you. I'll see you in a few days.
Okay, bye.
If there's one thing this girl loves, it's a sample sale.
It is so good. It's so good. It's irresistible.
I'm feeding my craving for quality furniture
It's memory foam mattress.
So it'll remember the shape of my butt when I sit down next time?
at discount prices.
How is that even possible?
Looking for great deals for your home? Like my page.
I have more than 2 friends on Facebook.
I'll keep you up to date on where I'm shopping. This week's inspiration is an edgy dining room on the North Shore designed by Lara Prince. The rock and roll vibe in here starts with the oversized charred dining table and lush chairs, and is softened by natural elements like a horned chandelier and a little nature brought in through the centerpiece and wallpaper. I have just a few days to find similar pieces for less money, so the shopping starts now.
Okay, I need to find a table for this room, and I have passed this place like 100 times, never gone in, but they're having a sale, so it seems like the perfect time to give it a try.
Jason Home has occupied this block of Clybourne since 1997, also known as Jay Golt's Way for the guy who started the place. Now they've got new stuff, vintage stuff, and garden stuff. So basically, I have a lot of stuff to look through.
Wish me luck.
Luck is already on my side since I'm hitting Jason up during one of their 2 annual floor sample sales. Unfortunately for me, the chairs that I spot on the floor as nearly identical to Lara's are upwards of $400 a piece and not part of that sale. So I guess I'll concentrate on finding a table.
Well, let's see what you got.
This is the Parker table. It
Oh, I
is
love
only
that.
54 inches wide, but I mean, you could still get, 5, 6 people around this.
Do you stretch it to 8?
This is,
No? What if we really like each other?
Let's see. If you can get 2 people on a chair, then
Oh,
yes,
there we
you
go.
maybe do.
Oh, excellent. We could fit like 10 people on this
Yes.
table. You don't mind if I sit on your lap, do you?
Not at all.
This baby's marked down to $9.99 from nearly $2,200.
Wow, this floor model sale's good.
It is so good. It's so good. It's irresistible.
Nearly irresistible, but I really need something bigger, so resist I do.
There is a larger table. It's 60 inches. It's the same style. You could probably do 8 people more comfortably here.
At $1,299, it's a little pricier, but Lara warned me that a large round table would be really hard to find. So I'm gonna give this one a try and see what it looks like all dressed up with some natural elements, including those vintage antlers as a natural centerpiece.
Divide and conquer.
Divide and conquer. I'll meet you at the table.
This 60-inch table is definitely more doable for entertaining.
What's for dinner? What's the menu?
Something fabulous that I order out.
Ah, excellent.
But dinner will have to wait because I want to take a look at what they've got in the way of natural chandeliers.
Just something
Table?
cool to like put over the table, cool and large, and like maybe something that brings in the natural element.
Feathers.
Oh, is this like down?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm guessing this is not a part of the sale.
No, and the
Really?
feather pendant is $22.95.
Sadly, that's probably not a bring it home price point,
Right.
but it's good to know it's here.
Yeah.
Just in case I ever win the lottery.
In the meantime, I'll keep shopping. I've got the table, and now I need some chairs. Jason had a spot-on option, but since they weren't a part of the sale, I'm keeping my eyes open.
That's good stuff right there.
Modani is the new kid in town when it comes to home stores in Chicago, but even though they've only been open here a couple months, they've got a location on each coast, and the full inventory is available online.
Okay, we're standing in the middle of the store and you're still shopping on your website.
I know, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm horrible. I'm a horrible salesman.
We're so addicted to technology.
I'm also addicted to a good deal, so I'm in the right place.
You would think when you walk in here, it looks so like glam and like kapow with
It
like the
looks
high
expensive.
design. Yeah, it looks very expensive, but it's actually really, really reasonable.
Well, you could tell them that it was expensive.
You can,
okay.
you can lie.
No one needs to know.
Nope.
Since I'm totally reliant upon my mobile device too, I whip it out to show Alex the chairs I'm trying to find.
Yeah, we have a couple of things that are very similar in style to this, and I'll go ahead and show you right now if you want to.
This is like the type of chair really that I am looking for.
Yeah, I have one in velvet that I can show you in the back.
Oh, perfect.
This is our Barroco collection.
Barroco.
Here's the new Louis armchair in
Yeah.
the black velvet.
I mean, that's pretty much it.
On sale for $349.
These white ones don't have arms. How much are the white ones?
$249, and they also come in the black velvet as well.
Oh.
And these babies are more than just a pretty face. Like Lara's designer chairs, these are also comfy enough to let your guests hang out long after dessert has been cleared.
It's memory foam mattress, so they're actually very comfortable.
So it'll remember the shape of my butt when I sit down next time?
It will.
Alex introduces me to some more sleek seating possibilities.
What do you think about the Enzo chair over here?
This one?
Yes.
I love it.
But I've pretty much decided that those black velvet armless chairs are the winners here. But that doesn't mean I can't keep shopping.
You didn't expect to do so well opening up in Chicago?
Not to toot your own horn or anything, but I'm pretty popular.
But
I have more than 2 friends on Facebook. Another lap of the store serves me well when I spot a black light that has similar suspension and shape to Lara's.
So it's $190?
Mm-hmm.
How is that even possible?
You're buying it directly from the designer, and that's why you're saving so much money.
Done and done. No hanging layers of horn, of course, but for now, it's a great option. I've got the major pieces out of the way, and now it's time to really have some fun. I head north to find a storage piece.
This is about as rock and roll as it gets.
And visit this 31-year-old shop to find wallpaper that my grandmother would never approve of.
Am I overusing the word edgy?
This week's inspiration is a dining room in Highland Park designed by New York native Lara Prince. I'm after her edgy rock and roll vibe, and so far I've already found a large round black table, some more traditional lush chairs, a couple of possible chandeliers, and a few natural elements to soften the edge. As my hunt continues, I still have to lock in storage as well as some rock star worthy wallpaper.
Okay, I still need to find a buffet, and the one Lara has in her room, she says she just fell in love with. So that's what I'm here to do, fall in love. This doesn't work for our room, but where can I put this in my house?
Overstock Furniture in Deerfield, no relation to Overstock.com, is pretty much exactly what it sounds like. They deal directly with brand name manufacturers to get deals on pieces that they have either too much or not enough of.
Part of the allure of our store is that that's the one we bought at a discount, and we can offer it at a discount because we don't have to have 10 or 15 of them in stock.
So you guys get sneaky deals.
Exactly right, exactly right.
I am looking for something kind of specific, something that just is unique and interesting and kind of goes with like a rock and roll dining room.
I gotcha.
This room is edgy.
Lara's buffet is a large piece that has a bit of a worn look and inlaid mother-of-pearl details. So maybe I could go a little against the grain on this one and get something that's less edgy than the rest of the room.
It's handcrafted, it still has a reclaimed solid story, and it adds color to every room.
It does have a little bit of a worn look to it, and so that's probably a good possibility. What else you got?
Jim shows me a few more options, and we land on one that's definitely not as worn looking as Lara's, but I love it, and I think it totally works with the room for a different reason.
This is about as rock and roll as it gets, don't you think?
It's got some edge to it.
This isn't real though, is
It's
it?
an adhesive vinyl of some sort. It's got a
Cool.
stone top, just got a lot going on.
At just under $1,200, it's a bit of a splurge, but since it's low enough to also use as a serving space, it eliminates the need for a separate piece like Lara's stone serving table.
And this is not the piece that everybody is gutsy enough to buy,
But everyone loves it.
but everybody likes it.
Yeah. All right, well, let's hope that my designer likes it. That's what I'm hoping for. Okay, I still need to find wallpaper in this room, which is why I emailed a photo of the inspiration to the owner of this shop. She's going to pull some samples for me that have the look, but not the price of the high end.
This block of Green Bay Road in Highland Park has seen a lot of change over the last 3 decades, but this itty-bitty wallpaper, fabric, and home design shop has outlasted just about all of it.
It's small, but we like to think we're mighty. For 31 years, this place has been selling wallpaper and fabric and interior design. It's never out of style.
Kay Gavostis has been one of the dolls of paper dolls for the last 18 years when she and a friend bought the store.
That's why we have bizarre hours, because at 3 o'clock we used to run carpools.
I'm hoping 18 years is enough experience to get me what I need to impress Lara.
So you've seen the paper.
I have seen the paper, and I actually know the paper. It is a Scottish paper, and it is called the Grand Thistle. I have found a lot that kind of replicate that, so we'll take a look.
Perfect. I knew it was a good idea to send you a photo in advance.
The lady knows her paper, and she says that our designer inspiration paper runs around $200 a roll. Since English-sized rolls like the designer paper are about twice the size of American rolls, I need to find something for under $100 a roll to beat the designer price.
I need to think about getting something with that vertical,
The vertical line.
sort of,
Yeah.
print to it, and then also something that brings in a little bit of nature and has a pop of color.
Well, I've pulled a few things for you.
Kay walks me through several samples that have the vertical lines, the natural feel, or pops of color. All good options, but I have yet to see exactly what I need.
And I don't know what actually defines edgy. I don't know what defines something as being edgy, but I feel like that's not it.
Okay.
We need edgy.
It should be dramatic.
I don't know, it just doesn't seem as edgy. Am I overusing the word edgy?
Now
And-
this is fabulous.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we are definitely on the right track now.
At $81 a roll, this one goes into consideration, but Kay's got more to show me.
And it is purple and with that kind of a lace metallic.
And that's just a vertical print all the way down.
Just a vertical all the way down.
At $52, I've now got two great options. One with a little more color and nature, and another that has just the right amount of edge and a lower price.
Okay, I'll go with this one.
Okie doke.
Because usually, in my own personal life, if I like two things equally and one of them is much cheaper, that makes my decision for me.
Me too.
Believe it or not, I'm all shopped out, and the reveal is just around the corner.
And I can see that you're not loving it, actually.
I've done my best. Now it's in the designer's hands.
I think we're gonna have to drink to this one.
Think you know where I should be shopping? Take to the web and tell me what I'm missing. This week's inspiration is an edgy dining room on the North Shore designed by Lara Prince. I've tried shopping for lower cost items that get the look, and here's what I found. A large table and feathered light fixture, as well as some natural accessories from Jason Home, budget-friendly Louis-style chairs, and another possible light option at Modani in Lincoln Park, a serving piece with storage at Overstock in Deerfield, and finally, rock and roll-worthy wallpaper at Paper Dolls in Highland Park. Now, it's time to find out if Lara thinks my recreation is truly to dine for.
There are a few things I think I did really well. There are a few things that I think you're gonna have issues with. So let's just start by saying I'm aware of that. Okay, so we started by talking about the table. Now this massive piece is impossible to duplicate, I think. It's charred, it's like attacked, it's custom size, it's huge. And so I kind of just did the best I could.
I love it. I think it's awesome.
Really?
Yeah. And if you want, you can always attack it and get that distressed look for nothing.
Lara is also totally on board with my use of fallen antlers as a natural centerpiece. So by the time I move on to those Louis chairs from Modani, I'm feeling pretty good about my choices.
They're amazing. I think you did a fantastic job. Congratulations.
Okay, now here's where we might start to change your opinion.
I show Lara the inexpensive drum chandelier that has the shape, but pretty much none of the other attributes of her high-end fixture.
So this was the very low-end sort of duplicate of this chandelier. But of course, it's missing the natural element of the horn. It's missing the, what is that, horsehair or something?
Yes.
But I found another one that I think you were going to love, but I had to show you.
Yes, love that.
It's
That is awesome.
I knew she'd love it, but at nearly $2,300, it's definitely not a bring-it-home budget item.
That's your wow piece. If you could balance something like that and try to, you know, stick with the budget on your other pieces, it's worth it because it's sort of like buying a piece of art and they're worth splurging on.
Yeah.
That would make the room.
Not to detract from the wow chandelier, I think the wallpaper I found was pretty wow too. And it's significantly cheaper than the high end.
It's a beautiful pattern, absolutely. You definitely want to bring in color on the walls.
Yeah.
With the black table, black chairs, neutral lighting. That's your one area that you can sort of take advantage and bring in some color.
Yeah.
And then you can pull in the color on your tabletop to sort of coordinate with that.
Am I going too edgy though?
No, absolutely not.
If you love the edginess so far, then you're going to like the rock and roll piece that I found to sort of be the storage piece in the room. Now this guy serves two purposes, and I can see that you're not loving it actually. So here's here's my thought process here, okay? So you said that because you had this large storage piece that you just fell in love with, so I was just going out and looking to fall in love with something, just like you advised.
That's what you have to do.
But you had said that, you know, you can't really use this one as sort of a serving area because it's too high, and that's why you brought in the second one. Well, I thought, what if we find something that's low enough to use as both, and then you kind of save the money on having to get a second one?
Absolutely, I like that thinking. It brings in a little bit of that rock and roll element. I think my only comment would be I would probably want to change the hardware. I think that the little handles there are a little sort of nondescript, and I would probably want to change them out.
A little last-minute interneting found me those awesome animal shot glasses for $32 a piece. And some table settings I found at Jason bring in that horn that I missed out on in the chandelier.
Love it. Absolutely. That is magnificent. I think that it looked gorgeous on a black table. Congratulations.
Yeah, you're congratulating me.
I give you an A.
Yay!
I really do. I have to say I'm pleasantly surprised.
Oh, you had no faith in me whatsoever, huh?
I think we're gonna have to drink to this one.
Oh yes, well we should fill up those little animal shot glasses.
You want to throw in pieces that are a little bit less expected. You want to have a surprise element. It's when you fall in love with pieces, they will work together. As long as you find some kind of common design element. It could be the coloring or the texture or something that kind of pulls them together. And if you just throw in a little bit of color, that's really all you need because that's where your eye is going to go to.
Yeah.
Contrast is what it's all about.
Lara's designer dining room, fit for a fashionable party of 14, cost about $42,000. My Bring It Home version came in at just over $7,000, even with my feathery splurge. We've done the searching so that you don't have to. Totally selfless, really. Just head to bringithomechicago.com to get a second look at anything you've seen during today's show so that you too can bring it home.
Brought to you in partnership with Chicago Home and Garden Magazine.
Shall I be more interesting than this?